Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I hope you guys all had a very happy New Year's Eve and rang in your new year very safely. Alright, but we're going to do a flip through of my December 2024 journal. I literally just finished it. Let's not discuss it. So, I made this from a product box and a printable. This here little lights are from Temu, and then I made this in a video and added it to my little dangle here. So honestly, I can't wait to be done with this journal. I just want to tell you that. Look, first of all, look how thick it got. I may have a problem. It's all right. All right, let's get started. So this was Sunday the 1st. I watched three Christmas movies. Hallmark Christmas movies. Well, no, this one was an ABC Family when it was still ABC Family. What the hell is it called now? Freeform. ABC Family this was. This is Hallmark. I watched it on Peacock. And this one I watched on Amazon Prime. Okay. Oh, this is the day that my kid went to his dad's and I texted him and told him to order pizza and bring it home so I didn't have to cook, and he actually did it. I was really shocked. Ran to some errands, went to Joann's and got yarn for my grandmother's hat, yarn for another hat for my boyfriend so I could make some beanies. We went to Aldi. Oh, this is the day that my dad was sick and the other dog hadn't been out for hours and I was so angry. Here's the yarn I used to make my grandmother's hat. Okay. I got really good sleep on this night. We must have went to Michael's because I bought new knitting needles. I bought an extra set of size 8 needles. I used them a lot, so I bought an extra set. And we went to Five Below. The boyfriend wanted to get a kettlebell, so he got his mom a tablet stand for on the floor, a floor tablet stand like I use for my Kindle to read, and I keep a kettlebell on the base so I could be rough with it if I need to and it won't flip over, and he did the same for his mom. He got it for her for Christmas, so he went and he bought a kettlebell. This is the day we also got a bunch of snacks because it was so cold the night before and we were hungry and neither one of us wanted to leave, so we bought a bunch of snacks. I took 2 gummies again this night. Had horrible dry mouth. My nose was stuffy. I couldn't breathe. And according to the boyfriend, I lived an entire lifetime in 15 minutes. I absolutely lost it at that because it felt like hours for me. And he's like, no, it was 15 minutes. I watched 3 more Christmas movies. I start my Christmas movies December 1st. So I don't watch Christmas movies till December 1st. And I read a book. This was a very light reading month for me. Oh, my mom stopped by to drop off a shirt she got for me and some beads and findings. Oh, this is the first time the drain backed up a bit. By the way, this was what? The 5th of December? It's still backing up. I haven't wanted to call the plumber, but now that it's a new year, I just won't have to. Slept really bad. Asked the kid to bring food for him and his grandfather. We were all, the kid was sick the month before, and then I was finally sick then. The boyfriend was sick. We were all sick. Here we go. Here's a bunch of stuff. I read a bunch of short stories, did my nails. I said, am I the only parent who gets texts from their drunk child to tell me how drunk they are? That was my kid. Mom, 5 shots and I'm so drunk. Okay, great. Leave me alone. We got Chinese. Made tacos for dinner. Finished that blanket I've been working on. And this was the 1-year anniversary of my dad not drinking. I asked him if he wanted a drink to celebrate. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Because I'm an ass. It's alright. I made new kitchen curtains. That was my grandmother and her hat. I went to Joann again because my mom asked me to make my grandmother another hat, but in light blue. Spoiler alert, that hat got lost. So now I have to make another one. And you'll find out how it got lost later on in my journal. But yeah, I made new kitchen curtains. Oh, they're so nice. I absolutely love them. So here is the yarn from my grandmother's second hat. Oh, the boyfriend went to Staples with my dad for a new chair for my kid for Christmas, and I went to the mall with his mom because she needed a new handbag. And we watched This Is the End. There's the hat for my grandmother. I made a bunch of lists on this day, a bunch of lists. Oh, and then texted my ex-husband if he had any ideas for a Christmas gift for my brother-in-law. And he was like, I don't know. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. And I said, on this day, I said, screw it, and just asked my brother-in-law what he wanted. I went shopping with my mom. So we went to Costco, Old Navy, Dick's, Target, Kohl's, UPS. We went everywhere. This is when my mom told me that when her and my aunt went up to see my grandmother, they had lunch with her fiance, and that she put his bib on. My aunt put his bib on and cut his meat for him, and my mom said it was so nice of her to help their new dad. Everybody gets so angry about it. I understand. This is personal journaling. I don't, like, it's whatever. Get over it, everybody. I used that cookie press and made cookies. I knit my mom ear warmer, a headband for... This is the day that, and I reiterate, I do not want or need a new crock pot. This is the day that the crock pot broke. I read 2 short stories, made cookies, we ordered pizza. Here's all the cookies I made. I was in so much pain. Cutout cookies take forever. I had planned for meatloaf for dinner, but my kid had D&D, so I was like, great, I don't have to cook, so we got pizza instead. And I made the brown butter chocolate chip cookie dough for the next day. Oh, my favorite. Got up and made the chocolate chip cookies. And then it took me way too long in the day to realize my taste buds off. Everything tasted like crap. Everything. Everything. Like, I tried to eat dinner and everyone was talking about how good it was, and it tasted disgusting to me. Every once in a while, my allergies make my taste buds go out of whack. Alright, this day, I look at that macaroni and cheese. Look how good that came out. I made my kid a pillowcase. Watched 3 movies, including Red One, which I didn't really want to, but the boyfriend wanted to, so I did. We went to Harbor Freight, Aldi, Giant. Went to Joann to pick up fabric so I could make this pillowcase. So I made the pillowcase. I gave it to him early. I was like, I'm not wrapping this. You can have it. So on the 17th, we watched Rapturepalooza, and I made these delicious marshmallow peanut butter bars. They're so good. Oh, the boyfriend brought me Twix salted caramel. You know what it tasted like? Twix. Didn't taste like anything special. Oh, and those things disappeared quick. Those peanut butter marshmallow bars disappeared quick. I ordered more fabric to make more pillowcases, and I said because I really have time to make stuff a week before Christmas. By the way, I did. I made it all. Oh, we wanted to make KFC bowls on this day, but we went to the grocery store, and the only chicken they had were nuggets. Nuggets and tenders. We use boneless wings, or popcorn chicken is what we use. And they didn't have any of that. And the whole section of their chicken, they didn't have any of that. The kid ordered Wendy's. And sewage came up the pipe again. It was weird. I saw it happen, walked in to see if the slop sink was clogged. Nope, walked out, and the water went right back down. It went, a little bit of water went up, and then back down. So weird. Pulled a muscle in my back. Oh, by sitting on my bed and bending over. Yeah, people. I sat down on my bed. I was wrapping Christmas presents, and I bent over to grab a Christmas present and pulled a muscle in my back. Also, here's one of my boyfriend's snacky trays. If you didn't watch my December daily flip through, snacky tray for somebody who takes a break in their car at work is the most amazing thing in the world. And yes, he takes a break in his car because he never did that till COVID, and then it just became a habit. Went over to my neighbor's to help her with a Cricut project, and she cut all my fabric for me, which was awesome. I was like, can you please cut my fabric? Because I don't have a really big cutting mat, and she does, so she cut my fabric for me. I had taken chili out of the freezer for the kid, and he never even bothered making it. I was like, all you had to do is put it in a pot and heat it up. Like, that's just lazy. And then he wanted me to help him make chocolate chip cookies. And thankfully he said something because I had no chocolate chips. This was the next day. I got all 4 pillowcases made and wrapped, knit a hat, finished wrapping all the rest of the gifts. The neighbor came over and gave us her gifts. I also had a quiet little mini breakdown about this stuff, a headache that will not go away. Maybe my new doctor will actually care. Oh, hey, guess what? My new doctor left the practice. I haven't even seen him yet. And he left the practice, so now I don't have a doctor. Isn't that fun? I have to call today and see if I can get a doctor in the practice that I've been going to for years. Here's all the pillowcases I made. I made my mom one with chickens. I made my mother-in-law one with wiener dogs. I made my dad one with Ghostbusters on it because he loves Ghostbusters, like loves Ghostbusters. And made the boyfriend one with wiener dogs and hot dog costumes. So cute. And this was the first day it really actually snowed. And here is the yarn that I used to make my boyfriend his hat. I made my kid get up and bake his chocolate chip cookies on this day so he could take them to D&D. It was their last D&D for the year. I decided to make my neighbor a journal and journal kit. You'll be seeing those videos soon. For the rest of her Christmas gift, I got her other things, but I wanted to, she mentioned about wanting, you'll hear about it in the video, to start journaling like I journal. So I made a journal, and then, oh, look at that. I put that on the wrong page. It says I made a steak dinner, but it's over here. It's all right. And then when it was so cold, when my kid got home from D&D, he had on his jacket, a beanie, a scarf, and gloves. He was freezing. I went out with the dog in a t-shirt. We are not built the same. I went out with the dog in a t-shirt. We are not built the same. We are not. This is the day I finished up the journal and the journal kit from the neighbor. And then the rest of our gifts finally arrived. I was waiting on them from Amazon, and they finally came, so I dropped that off on our back porch. Made plans to go see my mom the next day around noon to exchange gifts. Then here we go. These are pictures of my kid. He does not like his picture shown, so I don't do that. I woke up to find out the power went out in the middle of the night. It took me way too long, by the way, to realize that the power went out. Like, I looked at the stove clock and it said 4 something, and it was 8 something. And I'm like, it took me a while to realize the power went off. Then around 11:30, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden the boyfriend and I heard a pop. It was literally just a pop. And then the power went out. So I went to look out back to make sure there was no fire, because I definitely knew that a transformer blew. So I went out to make sure there was no fire, and then I reported the outage to the electric company. There were 5 of us without power in the neighborhood, all on the same transformer. So we decided to leave and go to my mom's and left my dad here in the cold. What was I going to do? They said it would be at 9:30 p.m. it would be fixed. It was fixed 2 hours later. It only had to be reset. But the sad thing is, right, so my dad was watching the guy up on the thing resetting the transformer, and he watched a squirrel run up the thing and then fall down here. When he turned the power back on, the squirrel got electrocuted. And then we ended up getting Applebee's for dinner because we had no plans because the power went out. So we ended up just getting Applebee's. Got up at 8:30 in the morning to start off my day. This was Christmas Eve, and I spent all day cooking and cleaning. I practiced some self-care. Made shrimp for dinner. It's not what I wanted, but it's what everybody else wanted, so whatever. The boyfriend only worked till 8, so we watched some movies. This was Christmas morning. The kid left to go with his dad, and then when he got back, we ate and then opened gifts. These are the earrings I wore, and they were really annoying as earrings, so I took them off and added them as charms. Left their Christmas story. This is my grandmother wearing her hat. Okay. These are all the gifts. That's once again my kid. We had a very lean Christmas this year. I said 1 gift per person. It was very nice, very lean, nice Christmas, not having a ton of crap. So I spent the day relaxing as much as I could. This is the day after Christmas. Did absolutely nothing. The boyfriend went to work, and then the dog started to not feel good. He started to not eat, not barking, just pacing and laying down in the kitchen. And when he lays down in the kitchen, I know that he's eaten too much and his belly hurts. So I spent the night walking him all over the yard until he finally laid down to bed. Laid down, but he did not sleep. He was very restless all night. And see, well, that was a horrible night's sleep. Sammy didn't settle into one spot all night. He wouldn't eat or drink. Took him to the vet. And normally I wouldn't take him to the vet because I know he just ate too much. But it was a Friday. And if you have pets, you know one thing. The emergency vet is ridiculous. And you can't get into your regular vet on a weekend. You have to take a pet to an emergency vet. And the cost to just walk into an emergency vet is like $200 just to walk into the emergency vet. So we took him to the vet, and then we found out that he has Cushing's disease, and it's actually getting worse. She gave him a shot of antacid, and he was already starting to feel better, and then we had to give him 5 more days of antacids and a bland diet. And then my mom texted to tell me that my grandmother had another stroke, and she was on her way to the ER. So that sucked. Sammy was feeling better. My mom went to see Graham. She said all she did was sleep. My kid didn't go to D&D. It felt really weird. And my boyfriend came home with Arctic cups. He got them on clearance for $5 a piece, and I was so mad because I'm like, I just bought you one. Just bought him one as a replacement gift. I had to return his Christmas gift because here I got him something he already had. But he had been talking about this item for months that he wishes he had one. And he goes, oh yeah, I have this one. I want a different kind. And I was like, okay. So I returned his gift and bought him 2 replacement gifts because I spent a good amount of money on that gift. And then I just bought him replacement gifts that equaled the amount. Yeah. And then I said to him, I got really mad, and I said to him, from now on, you better pick what you want for Christmas because I'm not doing this bull crap anymore. I'm done. Or we're not exchanging gifts anymore because I'm literally done with it. I'm so over holidays and Christmas. I can't stand it anymore. I'm over it. Over it. So it was actually decent out. It was like 60 degrees on this day, so I took down the outdoor decorations and I stepped into the flower garden to grab something from the flower garden, and my foot literally went slightly turned to the side because it's uneven, and I got the worst cramp in my calf. It took me down. I almost fell into the bush that I was standing next to. That's how bad it took me down. I grasped my calf and almost fell to the ground. It was that bad, and it hurt the rest of the day. I sat there with ice on it for an hour, and it hurt the rest of the day. Like, that was I was done. I couldn't bend my leg without pain. I was out. I was done. We started watching Squid Game Season 2. If you've never watched Squid Games and you have Netflix, what are you waiting for? Do it. We went to run errands. We had to do all the returns. I had returns at Staples, and I had returns at Kohl's. I went to Michael's to get more yarn to finish a scarf. Got a black page journal to do my reading journal this year. And I'm doing my reading journal different this year, so I will film a video on that because I'm doing it completely different. And then we went to Kohl's because I had a Kohl's return and an Amazon return at Kohl's because that was the only choice. And I had already set the other things to return, or else I would have returned them all at Kohl's. But I'm glad that I went to Staples to do those returns because I found more of those D&D Lego minifigures I wanted to get my kid for Christmas. I was only able to get him one. They kept selling out. But I found more at Staples. And we went to Aldi for dinner stuff. Then we went to Sam's Club later on that night for shrimp. And I'm only ever going to Sam's Club at night from now on because it was that dead. And then this was New Year's Eve last night, and I made a bunch of food. I made all homemade food. I made everything homemade. I made crab rangoons and stuffed mushrooms. We had ring bologna and cheese and pepperoni, which is what we always had. I made taco cups and taco dip. But look at that crab rangoon. Everybody loved it. So, and my kid left to go to work in the morning and then came home a few minutes later and was like, they never scheduled me for today. And they said I could stay, but I was like, I'm out. I'm like, good for you. Ran to the grocery store for a few more things. My kid had no plans to do anything, and I was like, you don't have any plans? It's New Year's Eve. Like, go out and do something with your friends. What are you guys doing? What's with this generation? Somebody, please. I have some problems with Gen Zs. Okay, my kid is Gen Z, and I have some problems. Why do they not want to do anything? It's New Year's Eve. Why are you not going out? Why are you not going to somebody? If you don't want to go out to a bar, I get it. Bars are expensive. Go to the liquor store, get yourself some booze, and go to somebody's house and drink. Like, what are you doing? They had no plans to do anything, and then all of a sudden they went out to dinner. What the hell? Also, why are they always late? The amount of people that my kid tells me are late to work all the time, these young kids. His one friend lost his job, always late. His other friend just quit her job because the manager was giving her shit because she's always late. She rolled up 9 minutes late for work the other day, but still had a goddamn Starbucks coffee with her. So you had time to stop at Starbucks but not get to work on time. What is with this generation? I don't understand it. Anyway, they went out to Applebee's for dinner. We stayed up. We had snacks all night, and then we watched the ball drop. And I said, goodbye 2024, you suck. 2024 sucked for me. 2024 was horrendous. And I don't, like, it was bad. I'm over 2024. Over it. I don't remember where this was. It came off. I'm just going to shove it somewhere. Right here. Sounds good because I don't know where it goes. And I'm not going to find a spot for it. I think 2024 sucked. It was horrible. This year was horrible for me. And I don't think things are going to get any better. So, there's that. Fun times. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and a little glimpse. You didn't get to see me do a lot in my journal this month. I've had a really busy month. I have not had time to come down here and journal. So, you didn't get to see me journal like I normally would. I'm sorry for that, but there you go. Sometimes life happens. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to me this year. I really appreciate all the support. And if you'd like to continue supporting me, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Okay, guys, because it's really helpful. And comment and liking and doing and sharing, all that stuff is very helpful to get me seen in front of more people. I'm a very, 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 very tiny channel. And I do this thing because I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy teaching people things. I enjoy sharing things. I enjoy coming down here and just filming a video. So if you could help me out in those little ways, I would appreciate it so much. All right? Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next crafty video.